Right, so as we're here today, we're going to learn how to do a layout. Now, in order to do a layout, you need to have a very, very good tuck back. So before I talk about the details on how to do a standing layout, I'll demonstrate it. Right, so for a good standing layout, you need to have a really good high tuck back. Okay, so you need to be very strong with your tuck backs like this. Once you have a strong tuck back, the tuck back is a little bit different to a layout. A tuck back, basically you're setting, you're jumping, and then you're making a shape in the air and then opening. Okay, it's 3 parts to the flip. However, with a layout, you are actually jumping, and then afterwards you're whipping. You're basically having your hips basically in the motion of doing it's like a backhand spring, but without touching your hands. Okay, so you need to have, I would also recommend, it's basically a back tuck and a backhand spring together. That makes it that is called a layout. Okay, so in order to do it, make sure you have a nice backhand spring. Look at the backhand spring tutorial on the first Urban Ninja course. So to have a good, make sure you have a strong backhand spring and a strong back tuck. Okay, so I'll demonstrate a good backhand spring. Once you have a strong backhand spring and a strong back tuck, you are going to have a lot of height like a back tuck, but you're going to whip it. You're going to use your hands. You're going to use your hands motion, and you're going to really whip it, basically arching your back, and your legs are just coming over. Now, to practice layout, there are many ways of doing it. Make sure you do it over a platform where you have a bit of height, so that you don't have to really put that much energy, but you can work on your technique. Okay, so make sure you have a right timing. You can practice on a trampoline as well to get the awareness. But the movement is, how you can train it is like a backhand spring but with a lot of height. So something like this. So first you can practice it doing it this way. So a high backhand spring. Okay, when you can have those high backhand springs, eventually you're having that same motion, but you're having more height, and you're keeping that same shape throughout as you land. So the motion is, with the layout or even with the backhand spring, is when you go to a back, it's the arch, and then as you land, it's a dish. So arch, dish. Make sure you practice your seal rolls, or you can practice this, the arch and back. You like this, arch, as well as a dish, and arch, dish. Okay? So the idea is to make sure you keep the position as strong as possible when you're executing. So when you're actually, the first half is an arch, and the second half as you land is a dish. And once you've executed, once you can practice that, you will have your layout. Okay, and make sure you keep strong. It's a lot of core workouts, so make sure you have a strong core, and it's a great practice for your core as well, for layouts. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the layout tutorial.